demoralizing is something that he can do. Since, his intimidate is, yeah.
He also had taunt, I think, in the other game.
Sure.
I remember pulling that out a lot.
Well,
all right, welcome to the show, everybody. This is the third session of Pathfinder. I am, as you know, your Dungeon Master, Spoony. And joining me tonight, returning players, Iron Liz.
Hello.
Andrew Dickman.
Hi.
And our two recently deceased members, Skitch and Cold Guy.
Only half deceased. My horse is still alive.
You always remember the first one that dies, so booyah to that.
Sadly, Skitch and Cold Guy are dead, but long live Skitch and Cold Guy because they have returned with new characters.
Right.
And all of our players are back with lessons learned from their shocking, I wouldn't necessarily call it a defeat, but we can't really call it a victory now, can we?
No. I would say that it was probably what was the proper term for this.
Pyrrhic victory.
Victory.
That is that's the one.
I would do Catan Dice Syndrome for that.
Now, again, this was an example, a very shocking example of, honestly, everyone made mistakes, but the dice were fiendish against you. I don't think I missed. I probably missed a couple times, but I hit, I would say, 90% of the time. And when I hit, I almost always rolled max damage or one off max damage.
Yeah.
So,
and it's what I found funny was that those zombies are like challenge rating 1/2.
1/2, yes.
It just so happened that none of us had slashing damage except for my horse. It
And
just
my
so
dagger.
happened that none of us
We were
had.
all support characters, though. We didn't have a heavy hit.
So we learned our lesson.
So that was rough, and that was an ugly time for the dice. Hopefully now, Cold Guy had his moment with the dice. I've had mine. Hopefully things have reached a point of equilibrium between us.
God, I
Catan Dice Syndrome will eventually reward all of you.
Now, as for some other updates, Mars Girl will not be joining us this week, at least not the last I've heard. She is apparently still having troubles with her computers, as in she has no computer. If anyone knows how to, I guess I could email her, but of course not having a computer, it would be hard to check. But I will see if I can get in touch with Mars Girl and see if I can help in any way. And we are missing Sean.
Yes, so he's dealing with ISP stuff right now. He should be back in a moment.
Gotcha. I would call her up if I knew her number. I don't think I do. Actually, I'll check. I wonder if I do. This would be weird if I did that. Hey, Kaylin.
You're live on the stream right now. How's it going?
It's Pathfinder by phone.
I could do it. I mean, it would cost me a shitload of Skype credits, but I could do it. Let me see. I wonder if I'm checking now. I'm interested. She's in my phone, but do I have her number? I have her number.
Do it.
Do it.
Now you have to.
No. Tweet her first just to prep her so we don't interrupt her.
Well, she doesn't have a computer.
Like we're
I'll
playing
text her.
phone.
I'll text her.
I like Ms. Royce.
She could be on a can or something.
I like Ms. Royce.
She's going to
joke
answer
here.
the phone on the can.
Well, I like Ms. Roy's joke.
And of course, she is constipated.
Okay, I'm going to text her. Okay. Hey, Kaylin.
I have your number.
We are doing Pathfinder. Your computer work?
Question mark?
Question mark.
I'm on Burgundy.
This could take a minute, but this is fascinating to me.
I was like, roll your phone. It counts as a D2.
I'll roll 4. I've got good dice. You'd like it. This is great radio right now. I'm sorry, you guys. If we can get Kalen, I want to get Kalen.
I honestly think you're onto something here. Just do prank texting, just because it would just be just that much more exciting on an audio-only form. It's like, okay, we're sending this text.
She'll
we're
play
gonna
by
get-
text.
Yes.
Oh, this would take all night.
Well, she is the best character so far.
Kalen, there are, letter R, orcs. What you do? And she's like, attack orc. I go, okay. We could run it. We could run it like Action Castle, Cold Guy, with very simple commands.
If you guys want, I could technically run Action Castle after the session for this stream.
This could take a while. I'm not even sure she's answering her phone.
Right. So
The slowest RP session.
all right.
Closed or best.
Well, at least the least I can do is give you a brief introduction, and then we can take a minor break while you discuss what you want to do. Okay.
All right.
So, as I recall, most of you were knocked out. Even Magnus was. Ah, shit, Sean's not here.
I think Magnus was still standing at the end of the fight.
Was he? Who was out? It was
the main peop-
Liz was out.
Erwin? Yeah.
And okay, yeah, your two characters awaken in a comfortable bed
Okay.
to find the kindly Oleg's kindly wife Svetlana tending to you. You've both been injured very badly, and you feel like crap. And you find yourself heavily wrapped in bandages, and there's a warming light streaming in through the windows, and the sound of birds chirping pleasantly outside, so at least you know you're safe. And Svetlana she's busy tending to something, and she looks at you, she goes, "Oh, you are awake! Oh, we feared first."
Did we win?
She looks sad for a moment, and she goes, "You are safe now."
My glasses. Where are my glasses?
They're on your face. You're wearing them.
She runs off to tell the others that you're safe, and so soon enough, Magnus and Malusu come join you, and they explain what happened, and you're very sad. Malusu explains that after she brought you back, she went back to the temple and brought the bodies of Gustav and Rur back to the fort, to the trading post rather, and gave them a proper burial. She said she didn't want to linger long at the temple because she could still sense a great evil infesting the temple that still was there, that still persisted even though you'd killed the zombies. She feared something that had created the zombies was still laying in wait there, and she didn't want to stay long, at least not alone. So
I have a look of shock on my face as I'm told my childhood friend Gustav is dead.
And yeah, she offers to take you up to the grave, and she says that they've sent word back to Restov about the defeat, and they've said they are sending over a cleric and several more adventurers who answered the call to join you very soon. And they've also sent a fresh load of supplies and sundries in case you want to re-equip yourselves to head out again. But they said that the reinforcements should arrive within a day or two if you want to resume your journey. Carmelo is still in the stables.
Yep.
As far as they can tell, Gustav left no last will and testament, so his goods are yours to divide as you wish.
I looked at Tekla. I'm just trying to figure out things here. I'm still a little shocked.
Well, I'm trying not to sound cold or anything, but you kind of knew him the best. So maybe you should have the horse, but on the other hand, all it took was one hit to almost kill me, so it would be kind of nice to be able to have the mobility of a horse if things get bad again, but maybe this is the wrong topic. I'm sorry, you lost your best friend.
Your friend is dead. Can I have the horse?
Yeah, it's kind of what it is, isn't it?
Just,
Well,
just out of character.
I am not aware about horse how to deal with a horse, and Tekla seems to know more about a horse. But I have to tell Tekla is like if I have any if I need to I need to make sure that my inventory can be held on the horse.
Well,
Okay.
Carmelo is a damn good horse. So, I mean, not just in terms of combat, but as in terms of like a well-trained war horse is amazing. So,
Quite valuable. So
Yeah.
sure. Well,
It's-
warhorses
Kicks
are
some zombie ass.
Yes. It like Carmelo's just back at stable. Wounds are healing, and inherently Carmelo would trust Erwin the most out of the party at the moment. So, so that's the thing. It's not even a matter that other people couldn't ride Carmelo. It's just Carmelo would inherently trust Erwin the most, just from having seen him the longest.
anyone trying to give Carmelo orders would probably need to make an animal handling check. I don't think Carmelo would attack. It just would be a matter of not listening. You know, be like, "Go, Carmelo," and Carmelo would just be like, "Fuck you."
I'm sorry.
Nay. Sorry.
Carmelo earned solo XPs.
What do I check?
No. It basically when you actually make some sort of order or something to Carmelo, like attack or whatever, like some specific command, you'd make a handle animal check to make sure that that Carmelo does it. Such. Otherwise, you'd just be riding it and making minor ride checks to stay on the saddle. And Carmelo has a military saddle, so you get competency bonuses to ride checks anyways.
Okay.
I'm going to delete Gustav from the map, sadly.
Sure, that's fine. No, that's fine.
Goodbye, Gustav. Everyone, say goodbye to Gustav. He went out like a man. Come on, big round.
Goodbye, Gustav.
Also, the only other thing that Erwin would know is the gun that Gustav was carrying and was probably brought back was, in fact, the one that was used to kill his wife in his backstory. So Erwin can choose to just keep the gun around and continue that probably dead story arc, but that's the other thing from Gustav's background that is relevant to the campaign at the moment.
I will probably just keep that gun as like a just sort of as a memento.
Okay.
Right.
As long as you have a character reason for doing it, and that's fine. Usually people are buried with their weapons, but you've given a reason, so that's fine.
Yeah. All right.
And besides, there's always a chance you could learn to use it.
Even though it's considered broken for you.
And if he becomes a gunslinger, though. I'm not saying he will. I'm just saying.
Right.
No, actually, a gunslinger cannot use another gunslinger's guns, right?
If anyone else can try to use Gustav's starting gun, but it's considered broken
It's
for
considered
them.
broken. So it'll...
Even though it's just the fact that Gustav was able to make it work for just him, and no one else can make it work as well as he did.
Yeah.
So it's not trustworthy. So again, as memento, sure, because it's not even worth selling.
Yeah, I'm basically just going to keep it because this is like the only memory that I have of him. So.
Okay, Sean is having serious problems with his ISP. So if you've got any shopping business you want to do here or character business, I don't even know what, but if you've got anything last-minute things to tune up, let's give it some time. And if after about 10, 15 minutes we still don't have Sean or Kalen, we will talk about what we want to do.
Sure.
Right.
I take it at this point, both Garrett and Thofire have yet to reach the camp, right? Are those the reinforcements that are coming in, or are they? Yeah.
There'll be 3 people coming in. 2 are the player characters, and 1 is a cleric from Restov, who is not a player character.
All right, so I'm outside.
But let's just assume they arrive. The cleric goes to rest. He's had a rough journey because he's come a long way, and so he'll talk to you when we resume again.
I'm probably just going to make myself a mutagen for now.
Sure.
Yeah.
What mutagens do you have access to? Can you do...
I have Constitution, Dexterity, and Strength.
And Strength, right. Okay, so it's all the physical ones. Okay. I was a little confused because I did a Psychonaut, and I'm not sure if it's different for the Psychonauts versus...
You can take a discovery to make mental mutagens.
Right.
So that's independent of what your archetype is.
My Psychonaut was so awesome. Actually, he was actually. It's the Psychonaut kit is something of a hindrance because it makes your bombs less effective. It's really only a class that pays off later. You know, it's one of those that starts off very, very weak.
Right.
Anyway,
But,
enough about me.
Yes.
So I'm just going to make myself a dexterity mutagen for now since I can. So.
And, yeah.
If there's any crafting you want to do, I know Gustav was more of the crafting type, but I don't know.
Well, he had a gunsmithing kit, and you actually have a portable alchemy lab
Alchemy lab,
on hand.
Yeah, that's mine.
Yep. And you were able to secure it onto Carmelo, so you don't have to carry that thing around.
Yeah.
And I hate to be a vulture here, but Gustav, I believe, had quite a lot of money on him.
He wasn't that rich. I'll pull up what his equipment was. They ended with. So
Roth was rolling in the dough.
He actually didn't have that much gold on his person outside when he started. So the money that he had was what was earned during the campaign.
If there's anything of value on your characters, you might want to post it in the chat room. Because I'm guessing they'll be picking over your stuff.
Well, other than that, he had his longbow and arrows. He had the pistol, the bullets, black powder, his leather armor, his.
I'm assuming this was all in Gustav's will to have it all given to Erwin, right? Like,
He didn't have one.
Yeah,
no
will.
Have a will.
no, I don't.
I doubt he would object to you guys putting his stuff to good use.
Yeah.
That's what I tell myself.
The rest of his equipment, like his own alchemist kit, his gunsmithing kit, the tent, and otherwise, those were all secured on Carmelo anyways. So you have easy access to that stuff anyways.
All right, Kaylin says, I'm sorry, I'm afraid not. I'm barely functioning on a laptop that herks up every few minutes itself.
Oh. Well, at least we got a contact from her, so.
I will text her back. She's probably not up for a call, so I will text her back saying, okay.
Well,
I can help with fixing your PC. Send me an email with what you need. Yeah, I'm not going to call, but if I tried to call her over Skype, the Skype credits would be madness. So.
Yeah.
No, I can fix her PC. I'm guessing something blew on her motherboard, so it'd really just be a matter of replacing essentially everything that's fried, but I could fix it.
But, yeah, I'm trying to think of other character moments that can happen until our characters
Have you guys all
up.
bought gear and weapons? Like, I'm especially thinking of the two guys who lived. Do you want to supplement your weapon loadout for other stuff? Like Erwin, do you want a slashing weapon or something?
I have a dagger.
Yep.
I don't know if that's
It is.
It is a slashing weapon? Okay. I thought
Yeah.
in 3rd edition they made him piercing, which was... I get it, but, you know.
Yeah.
Well, in this one, I believe it can be slashing or piercing.
Piercing or
'Cause you
slashing,
need-
yes.
Right, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, I always carried one of each type. It made me look like something of an arsenal, but yeah, actually it didn't, because I would always carry my bard always carried a Bekta Korban, which is essentially a polearm, and that was a piercing and bludgeoning. It was essentially a hammer on the end of a pole. Historically it was made for, they called it the can opener. It was made, it had a hammer for just hitting people, and then it had a curved hook on the end for essentially punching through plate mail. So that was why that's why there was there. And there's also the Morning Star, which is essentially kind of a similar bludgeoning and piercing thing. And then I just had a sword for slashing. So.
Yeah. Anyways. Let's see here.
So you didn't post your equipment. As I recall, there was a heavy crossbow involved.
That actually was handed off to one of the other characters.
Okay.
That was Carmelo has a crossbow.
And there was a composite longbow, like +3 or something.
Yep.
That was.
It's in the chat room right now. I have the money layout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So enjoy the 153 gold pieces.
I'm sure they will.
Yes.
Well, what I was thinking, we could just take the gold and split it among ourselves.
Sure.
So
Check out page 146 of the core rulebook, you see the star knife? That looks like one of the easiest ways to hurt yourself I've ever seen in my life. It's if you can't see it, it's this. Take like a ninja star and make it like 2 foot large with a grip in the center, and then like that's supposed to be a melee weapon. It's a quad dagger.
I've seen many an anime character hold one of those.
Double club. Actually, if there's any game that has a double club, this comes close as I've ever seen.
Yes.
There's not a double club, but they do have the club, the Great Club, and they have... I'm sure in Ultimate Combat they have something close. There is a double Morning Star. That was actually 3rd edition D&D. They do the Dire Mace.
Yep. Actually, Garrett has a Morning Star in his person, so... Garrett has a longsword, a Morning Star, 2 regular whips, and then the Scorpion Whip.
Well,
The only reason why he has 2 regular whips is because if he tries to do a trip attack with one and fails...
There is a double gun. Gunslingers can have a shotgun.
Yes, and you can also have multi-barrel... You have like pepperbox rifles and stuff like that.
There's
So
double
again,
guns.
The best gun is the revolver.
I would take a melee weapon, but me going into melee combat would be suicide.
It's always good to have a backup, though, just in case you run out of magic. It happens.
Well, I've got a crossbow, a light crossbow, so I can shoot and reload in the same
My
turn.
advice, just buy a dagger.
Yeah, exactly.
Because at the very least, you can throw it, and you'll have a knife. You know, if something corners you, you have a knife.
Well, if Gustav...
You can
had
take Gustav's
sword,
dagger, so
yeah,
you can
take his dagger.
Like, you don't think you'd use it. And then comes that moment where you have to cut a rope.
Yeah.
And you're like, God damn, if only I had a knife.
And remember, nobody puts Tekla in the corner.
Right.
Hold the phone. I actually do have a dagger, but... I do.
Sketch.
So-
Yes.
I don't know if we discussed this. What gold do I start with?
The amount of gold you had starting out into the game was 29. So I still have to pull up the amount of money that we picked up between the
Yeah,
last...
because I don't have that documented anywhere.
I documented some of the gold that we picked up. Like we picked up a total of 514 gold split up amongst us.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you guys suck. I kept track of my own gold.
Well, because we...
Well, I honestly, this is like my first time doing any of this, so I
You're
need
doing
to
fine,
kind of.
man. Just, what do
Yeah,
you need to know? How
you're-
much money?
Yeah,
So- So how much do I have now? Because I know you helped me
So you-
buy
Okay,
a couple
starting
things.
character wealth, what are you, alchemist?
he,
Oh,
after his
that's-
equipment, he had 29 gold to start with, starting last session. So
You acquired nothing in the last session.
this basically would be the amount of money from Cold Guy's character split up, plus an additional probably 80 gold from the split up there.
Yeah.
See here.
Okay.
So, to clarify, it's 1 silver, 6 copper. Mike, it was a dwarf. Dwarfs are greedy. He
No, I
has to know
understand,
this.
So basically, from the two of you guys, we pick up 233 gold.
Total?
Yeah.
That sounds right, yeah.
Sounds about
Yeah,
right.
okay.
Yes.
So I'll split that up with Tekla, and we'll just like split it in the middle and give each other.
Yeah, I only have 8 gold, so...
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
you might want to go shopping.
Yeah. To the calculator.
Now, who had the, as I recall, the, Oleg gave you some potions as well. What did you do with those?
Yeah, I was wondering about those.
The potion that we got, we had the 2 flasks of antitoxin and the potion of Shield of Faith, in addition to the 2 Cure Light wounds that we had and we
Yeah,
used.
it was the Cure Light Wounds. Oleg gave you Cure Light Wound potions, and I don't know what you did with those.
Those were used almost immediately.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I see. Liz should have a scythe. That was... Oh, it was Jinx who had a scythe.
She had sickles, not a scythe.
Scythe is a... No,
She
Jinx
had a scythe. She had a scythe.
Yeah. As
Well,
I
I
recall,
can't
scythe
use
is an
it.
exotic weapon. So
Yeah.
There are double scythes. I don't know if it's in Pathfinder, but I've seen double scythe.
Okay. So Tekla gets like 115, and I'll get 116 because that's
Okay.
like.
Sounds good.
Sure.
Didn't the gunslinger have alchemist fire?
There's a couple of flasks of Alchemist Fire. I believe it was 3 of them. So.
Wait, how much did I
enough-
say I gave myself? I'm sorry.
Chat room,
116.
enough with the scythe things.
123, I think.
Yes.
Zombies,
So-
man, they freak me out.
Yeah. Don't worry. Garrett has means of dealing with things now. He's gonna be interesting.
Well, I admit it would be cool to have a scythe. I couldn't
Can't
really
cross
use
it.
it.
But you could carry it and look badass.
Well, I'm almost overtaxed in terms of weight as it is.
Yeah,
I don't
don't
wanna
worry
be-
about it. As long as you're prepared, and you seem prepared now, so.
You are not prepared.
I gotta write this on a piece of paper because I have it on a post-it note right now.
What do you're an artist and you don't have paper.
No, no, it's like I have paper all around me, but it's like I wrote it on a post-it note because it's just like a little bit of writing. But I notice like the writing is growing more and more, so I better just put it on a
double-
piece of paper.
Notepad is your friend.
Yeah, no, I got a notepad here. Don't worry.
All right, I have bad news. It's looking like Sean's ISP has spontaneously exploded.
Well, I
Not
think we could-
seriously, not 5 minutes before we start. He's in the call. He's doing fine, and just when I start broadcasting, his ISP goes down. That's my
Well-
luck. I make it like it's my problem. It's his bad luck, but it's just fucking hell.
Well, we've
Yeah.
had great luck on this so far.
Well, I
So it's
still
like
think
that one time somebody wanted to get married, but then it started raining. I think that's a song about.
I think we can still make some forward progress here because I think we still have enough to function.
Yeah.
This was a smaller party, so.
Yeah.
So I just want to get this straight. So because I was tended to my wounds and everything, I have my HP back, or is it, or do I have low HP?
Even if you have low HP, you can heal yourself up pretty easily with your own Cure Light Wound.
This is basically the day after you got back, so you're basically at like 1 hit point. But you can
Okay.
either choose to stay here and rest, or I'm guessing you have healing spells, so you're basically going to take a day at least to just kind of
Okay.
recover,
Yeah.
and then meet the new players.
All right. Give me a second.
But again, also Garrett has Cure Light Wounds as one of his spells, which will be useful. Which reminds me, I need to add that as a spell.
Yeah, guys, the double weapon joke is kind of played out.
It's gonna get played out.
Just a courtesy note. It's done.
There we go. Wait. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I got a call from a friend. He's coming over in 15 minutes because he has to give me some work.
Okay. Well,
Heck!
Okay, good game, everyone. That was fun. I'll see you next week.
I can do Action
Anyways.
Castle.
Okay, so what's up? You got work to do, Andrew?
No, I don't have work to do. He's just going to come by and drop something off for me.
okay.
So it's not like something I have to immediately do. I just got a call.
Yeah.
Mhm. See.
Yeah. Sorry, chat room. This stuff happens. It just happens. Real life always wins.
Um,
Well, we could kill some time if our characters come into the fray.
Yeah, why don't we have your characters enter in? I don't really have much in the way of epic descriptions, except that they enter the fort and they have charters on them, much like the ones you have, and they find you kind of sitting around the fire pit, recovering from your wounds, and they're like, Jesus, what happened to you?
Yeah. All right. There. Okay. So yeah.
Rear. I can't see rear.
Anyway, so with I mean, when Garrett enters, the people who are at the camp will probably notice him as relatively unassuming-looking half-elf, dressed in some leather armor, backpack slung on his back, possibly looking over some notes in some undescript book or other before he moves over to one of the tables to set down the book and kind of settle in at the table with a sort of sigh of relief. It's like, this took a bit longer of a walk than I expected, but then again, this is the stolen land, so one can
Your
expect
character does
places
not
to
carry
be
any
back.
obvious musical instrument, right?
He has a lute strung onto his
Oh, he
back.
does? Okay,
Yes,
I got you. So,
but that is not his primary perform skill at the time being.
no, but I'm saying anyone looking at you would obviously go like, oh, musician. So,
Yes, very least. They would also notice that he has a longsword sheath away, a Morningstar hanging off of his belt, and at least 2 different types of whips like secured along his legs for easy access.
very, very Norse style bard, like the warrior bard.
Yes.
My character comes in, kind of glances around to survey, see what's going on. Sits down on the bench towards the fire, looking to see if anyone's available to chat with.
Erwin just comes up to Garrett behind him and just starts to like tap at his.
And your man's a
Tap
human?
at the
Oh,
instrument.
your man's a human or a half-orc?
He's human, I believe.
Human? Okay, you're a barbarian, he's human, okay.
Yeah. You're tapping at the lute?
Yeah, I was just kind of like, I'm just kind of like tapping at it, like looking at it, just thinking like, hey, can you play that thing?
It's like, can I help you? I sort of look over to the other half elf. It's like, can I help you? I look over him for a moment and praying for like alchemist.
Oh no, I was just looking at your musical instrument there, and
Oh, the lute. Yes. I
Entertain me, play Freebird.
actually carry this more for show. I mean, I can play it well enough, but it's usually to keep people off guard. They don't expect a man carrying a lute to all of a sudden lash out at them if they try to, interfere with the pursuit of knowledge and stuff of that nature. But I can play a little bit. My specialty when it comes to entertaining folks back at the libraries was coming up with vastly obscure jokes that most people wouldn't catch on to until they realized that I sort of chided them very harshly. But that to be said. Who are
Erwin,
you, by the way? Yeah.
Erwin just kind of like ignored him and leaped like right onto the seat next to him. I was like, so you can't play that thing, right?
I can play it. It's just not my specialty.
Well, I was just like looking for someone to like, play something really cheerful because I just, I kind of saw my childhood friend die.
That reminds me of a story.
Not a
And
song.
then- No. It's a pretty funny one, though, and Garrett would probably launch into a rather, in somewhat poor taste, joke about a person and his best friend on some sort of excursion before the friend was brutally killed by some circumstance. And then that's why I'm trying to think of now the joke. What would the punchline be? I can't think of good punchlines. But basically, it's like, think of it as like a borderline really offensive / poor taste joke, especially given your situation. But
The aristocrats.
not that bad, but
Erwin just laughs because he just takes it in good measure. But he's not really thinking about it. He just like listened to the joke and is busting up laughing because of it. And he's like, oh, oh man, no, that was great, dude. I really needed that. Thank you so much. Anyway, my name's Erwin. What's yours?
I'm Garrett. Garrett Valdea. I come from the northern parts of the continent. Mainly worked as a scribe and librarian. And I'm mainly out here because there's information to be discovered, notated down, and brought back to the libraries. And if anyone's going to be the one that discovers it first, it's going to be me.
Oh, well, I hope that goes well for you.
Yes. I'm trying to think. You're among some people that were sent here already, weren't you?
Oh, yeah. How'd you know that?
Oh, we were informed that there was already some adventurers. I sort of motioned over to Hillfire. I came over here with this man over here. We were sent as part of some effort to better secure and protect this encampment here.
I just reach past Garrett and I sit and have my hand out to Thofire, just kind of like, just childishly holding my arm out. I was like, hey, my name's Erwin, how you doing?
Thoroughfire goes, looks at him, stares him up and down and go, I'm okay.
He's not really the sociable type, mind you, but he's...
Erwin
you should
gives him a thumbs up. I was like, that's great, man.
You should see how he deals with problems that involve swords. Now that's exciting to see.
Sword?
Thoroughfire gives a gleaming look over to Garrett.
It's like, hey, look, I said I'd make sure that no one tricked you out of anything else. Don't you give me any weird looks there.
I look over at the other table and I see Tekla there. He's just kind of sitting alone. And I'm like, hey, Tekla, hey, look, I found some friends here.
Oh, okay.
I'd like you to meet Garrett and Thofire.
Okay, I'll shake their hands.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to determine the nature of Tekla's magic, just from looking at her and sort of evaluating her a little bit. How much about her magical ability would I be able to ascertain?
Unless you saw her cast, probably not much.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still first level, so.
So it's like, well met. But let's see, Tekla, you were also mentioned. There was a few others that were mentioned that were sent over here. I would figure a much larger grouping here, time being.
Well, we're
But
supposed to be hunting bandits, but we found this bizarre temple in the woods, and we also suspect there might be some sort of kobold infestation nearby as well.
That's how I got this, and I throw my casted leg up on the table and just hit it there.
Thoroughfire then perks up when the mention of bandits comes about. Bandits, you say? Do you
Yes.
even happen to know if they had any insignias on them? Did you?
I don't know.
Signias.
I
No
didn't arrive at the
banners,
time.
no flags or anything of that nature?
One of them, if I may, one of you has a necklace that one of them wore of a silver stag.
Of one of the bandits?
Yeah, the one who came here to collect taxes. He said.
Oh, well, I wasn't in that session, so.
Right. Yeah. So, but yeah, there was a silver necklace with a stag's head.
Yep.
I think I saw that on the neck of one of our friends in the group. They ran into some bandits before we came along.
Thoroughfire shakes his head slightly. No, it's not it.
You never told me what you were looking for specifically.
Well, it's a bit of an interesting tale because I really don't know. The first memory I had was waking up on the riverbed and pretty much being covered in my own blood. Thankfully, I managed to go ahead and get myself comfortable. The only way I know who I am is with this engraving on the hilt of my sword. He points over to his sword that says Thoroughfire of Stalnsteel written on it. I assume that's my name, but I really can't tell. The reason I asked you if you notice any insignias or anything of that nature is, well, the one thing I did notice that I knew was out of the ordinary was I have this branding, if you will. He then takes off his shirt and reveals his back to the company. So,
what would be used to try to ascertain some information about it, knowledge-wise? Would be the most appropriate as I look in at the sort of snakish tattoo on his back.
Well, if it's a religious insignia, you could try knowledge religion, of course. If it's an arcane symbol, knowledge arcana. If it's a historical symbol or a noble crest, obviously the knowledge that would apply.
I'm not sure what would be offhand, but I'll try knowledge history offhand. Just looking it over, it's like, it's very interesting.
Hey Noah, you may want to post the image to the stream that I sent over earlier.
You can. You just.
I'll try. Oh, that's not it. Hang on. This may take a minute. I didn't originally.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's like, very interesting. So sorry.
Nice hat, man.
It's like, yeah, that's quite an elaborate design. But also,
this better not be porn I'm opening up.
It's not.
Fooled you.
So, that is the tattoo that he currently has on his back. Thoroughfire then comments, if you have seen anything, I do mean anything, that resembles this particular design, let me know. He then puts on his shirt again. I came down to this area looking for answers. I'm having brief visions, kind of like memory hiccups, if you will. And one of them told me that something in Bretagne in this area may have an answer to figure out who I am. So I appreciate it if you can tell me.
That's fascinating, though I don't know completely offhand what it means, but there's something about it that gives me a bit of an inkling. I'll have to kind of dig through some of the bits of knowledge and cross-reference stuff from what I've studied in the past, but it's feasible. I might have some information for you. But for the time being, you two look like you're still a little worse for wear. Sort of look over to Erwin and Tekla. It's like, I take it you still need to rest up after something went wrong. You mentioned your friend dying earlier, Erwin.
Yeah, that's kind of a sad story. We were friends growing up. Something happened to him in between there, but things are kind of a blur since I kind of blew up a village shortly afterwards. But after that, I started traveling and looking around and trying to come up with more ways to figure out medicine, and blew up a couple more villages. Then I came to meet these guys, and I saw him again, and now he's not here anymore.
Well,
it's a real shame, and now all I have is this gun that I can't use to remember him by. But that's okay. It's a nice little memory.
Well,
I have his horse.
Well,
from the nearby the boarding house, you see an older fellow with a balding head, his hair kind of pulled over to comb over the bald spot. You guess he's in his mid-50s, wearing brown robes and hanging from a leather cord around his neck, you see the holy symbol of Erastil. And he hears you talking about the deaths of your friends, and he goes, if only I had come sooner, they might still yet be alive. He says, I'm sorry I was very weary from my journey. I am Jod Kafkin, a cleric of Erastil.
Nice to meet you.
He says, I know, at least I know the nature of what it is you found in the woods.
Well, they were undead of some sort. But
Yes.
as to what caused them, we're still uncertain about that.
The temple you found is one of many of temples of Erastil that were built in days of old, when the stolen lands were still occupied by men, at least men of law and order. He says, but now, decades since, it has fallen into ruin and disrepair, and something foul and evil has moved in there and corrupted its holy magics for its own purposes. I have had visions of these, and as soon as I had these visions, I came south as soon as I could. But not soon enough, it seems. He seems very mournful, and he sits down.
It's not your fault.
I see. How many of these temples would you say that there are in the lands around here?
In years past, I have dedicated myself to finding them. I know not how many. I cast spells. I have spells that allow me to commune with Erastil, and using these magics, I can slowly but surely find my way to these temples.
Well,
Is this the first temple that you've managed to clean out? Or come across, have you cleaned out any previous to this one, I mean?
I have found a few in the north in my previous years, but this one is the first one I've seen that has fallen to such a state. Most are abandoned. Most evil creatures would not set foot on such holy ground, even if it was abandoned. Says, I know not what is there, but I know it is evil indeed. I have had visions of... He says, it is hard to describe. It is... I would almost call it a bear or something large, and... He says, all I have are visions of bloody fur and great fangs and claws. I'm sorry, I can see no more, but He says, the 2 nights previous, I had a vision of your friends, the battle you fought there with its minions, and he puts his head in his hands. He says, if only I had come sooner.
well, do you have perhaps plans on doing something with that site? I take it even if they had slain the minions, there's still some force acting behind it in that site.
Yeah, something is still there. You have slain its minions, but the core of the evil is still there, but I cannot go with you. This journey was too much for me, but I can lend you what support I can. I can heal you if you return here. I can provide services to cure you of disease and poison, and at most I can perhaps lend you scrolls or perhaps create potions for you, given the proper materials, of course, but...
Does this, how long was this particular temple abandoned? Like
Oh,
centuries or decades or?
I cannot say. At least 40, 50 years.
But its library might still be intact. That alone would be worth recovering.
Yes, indeed. At the very least, I could go into that library and see if I can find more information about what might have happened. Surely someone might have left written words about what led to the demise of things.
Thoroughfire at this point perks up and says, library? We should investigate.
I agree.
He says,
Do
you must be prepared to deal with evil magic. Some foul spirit of nature is infesting it. Some kind of, I would almost call it a magical plague, is infesting the land there. It would use the land against you. Raise the dead to fight you.
Erwin kind of like taps his head. He's like, you mentioned some scrolls. What kind of scrolls you got there?
He thinks I have basic scrolls, rights of protection against evil, protection against chaos and whatnot. Blessings.
You think
Creation
maybe
of
I
holy water.
maybe I could have some of those scrolls?
He goes, yes, yes. For a modest donation.
How much you looking for?
He opens up his price book. He hesitates. I don't know. In truth, he's not actually making much money on this one. He's basically giving you at cost, so he's not actually like stiffing you.
I suppose the real question is, where does this sit on the priority with the bandits? And that's kind of why
Well,
we were sent out here before. It
yes.
would be
Well-
interesting to recover this, but
Yes, I guess the question then would be, we know where this location is. We don't quite know where the bandits are, at least from what you just said there. So,
Let's see. Scrolls. A, B, blessing.
is he the type of cleric
It's
who
like a blue book of scrolls.
Yes,
is he the type of cleric who might be able to do an augury to show us where the
he
where the
could,
bandits-
yes. That's actually how he finds the temples, is auguries, yes.
because that would save us a lot of guesswork and we wouldn't have to be, searching around the land in the rain.
Okay.
So if I,
Okay, so basically the rule of thumb here is if you go to page 491, you'll see the general cost for scrolls. So if it's like a level 1 scroll for a cleric, it would be around 25. Give or take.
What
basically,
page? I'm sorry.
491 in the core rulebook, and what I'll do is just because of the vagaries of the uncertainties of magic and the availability of certain things, I would just roll a 1d6 and add that to the cost for whatever scroll you were going to do in gold pieces.
I honestly, because I honestly don't know if I can do anything with these scrolls, because I remember there was mention.
If you have Use Magic Device, you can read them.
yes,
Oh.
both you and I have used Magic Device, for example, as skills. So,
And if you can cast any kind of
I
divine
don't.
magic.
Wait, I don't seem to have that.
I don't have it on your token, but you can use it. You do have that skill on hand. I could just add it to your token as a macro, but
Okay, yeah. To activate a scroll, a spellcaster must read the spell written on it. The writing on the scroll must first be deciphered before you can use it or know exactly what it contains. This requires a read magic spell or a successful spellcraft check. This is a full round action, and that can be done before combat, just to know what it says.
Okay.
Deciphering a scroll does not activate its magic unless it is a specially prepared cursed scroll. Then there's activating the spell. Activating the scroll requires reading the spell from the scroll. You must be able to see and read the writing on the scroll. This requires no material components or focus. This is subject to disruption just as casting a normally prepared spell would be. Using a scroll is like casting a spell for purposes of arcane spell failure chance. The spell must be of the correct type. Arcane spellcasters can only use scrolls containing arcane spells, and divine spellcasters can only use spells containing divine spells. You must have it on your class list. You must have the requisite ability score, or you can just use Magic Device, which allows you to fake it allows you to fake having the class. Or I believe there's actually just a listing for casting a scroll. I'll see.
right. I'm pulling it up right now, so.
Yeah, use a scroll, DC 20. Oh, no, 20 plus caster level. That's actually pretty stiff, but possible.
Sure.
It's not spellcraft, is it?
Use Magic
No.
Device. It's a skill called Use Magic Device.
Oh, okay.
I go over to the cleric and ask him, is my sword going to do any decent damage to whoever's guarding this library?
Your sword. What kind of sword is it?
It's a great sword.
Great sword.
He says, I imagine it would do great damage to anyone who stood before it. Yeah, he's saying, yes, I think so.
Excellent. He then goes and sees if there's a shopkeeper to go and stock up on some potions and whatnot.
That would be...
Yes, he has. Tell me what potion you want, and I can actually make a check to see if he has it, because they just got a new shipment in.
Okay. I'm looking for healing potions, any anti-poisons, those sort of things that he'll kind of like take with him.
Okay. There actually are rules for this, so give me a minute and I'll churn through them here.
Alrighty.
Yep. Let's see here. So I'm just double checking some stuff. And Garrett at this point is just checking over his equipment, his sword, Morning Star, checking to make sure that the blades and razors inset on his scorpion whip are in good order.
Okay. Potions are sadly going to be more expensive than the scrolls.
Because they don't require anything to use.
Yeah.
And that, in fact, Irwin would be a cheaper prospect to make the potions than buying potions anyways.
But, let me see. So, you want potions of healing. I will check. He does indeed have several of them. He has one. That's not several, but he has one. He has a potion of Cure Light Wounds for 50 gold pieces.
Irwin can make that for basically 24 gold.
I think in Pathfinder they eliminated the experience requirement for potion and scroll creation, didn't they?
I think that's true, but I have to double check because I didn't see anything in.
As soon as we get that feat, it'll be so much easier.
As for poison, what spell is that? That's not Cure Poison.
That'd be
Lesser Restoration? No.
No, that restores lust.
Yeah, if you're covering from ability score damage, that's Restoration. If you're resisting poison, that's Antitoxin.
No, but is there like a Cure Poison spell? Has to be.
Neutralize poison?
Neutralize poison?
Yeah.
Yep, neutralize poison. Whoa, that is a 4th level spell.
Yeah.
He would not have that. Slow poison is probably the 1st level version of that.
Alright. Okay, so at this point, he goes, thank you for your time, but... Is there, and he looks over and notices the old man in the corner. Excuse me, sir, what is your name?
The cleric?
No. He walks on over.
Oh, Oleg. That's
Oleg.
Oleg.
Yes.
This is my trading post.
Oh, do you have any rations or some food that I could go ahead and take on this journey?
Yeah, we have dried beef, we have sausage, we have hogtack, we have biscuits,
A
have
lot
bacon.
of shirts.
Clove color.
we have onions,
Moon radish?
we have radish,
Kafkalash.
we have potato, we have carrots, we have cabbage.
Is there any... Just curious, is there any type of stew that could be made that I could carry with me, maybe as a minor HP boost? Or does that not work that way in Pathfinder?
I don't think that works.
We do not do takeout stew.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Again, again, I have Cure Light Wounds as a spell. We have someone who can make potions of Cure Light Wounds right here for relatively cheap. In fact, you could make 4 of them in the course of a day, Irwin.
Right.
For about 100 gold, you can make 4 of them in the course of a day.
Yeah. Um, s- so wait, no, I can do 4 a day?
Because each potion takes you 2 hours to make. If a potion's worth less than 250 gold, it takes you 2 hours to make it. So you can make 4 potions of Cure Light Wounds in the course of an 8-hour period of time without any problems.
Okay.
You
Well,
know, chat room, I've never understood the knee-jerk reaction to haggis. Like, oh, disgusting. It's, I mean, it's sausage, right? It's basically just sausage.
Yeah, and
I've had haggis. It's okay.
Do you? I mean, if you've had sausage, you've had lips and assholes in an intestinal tube. You know, it's just.
Yeah, don't get us started on hot
it's the
dogs.
presentation, I suppose.
You know the kind of shit that falls into an industrial meat press? I mean, come on, you've eaten worse, dude.
let me see here. See, just clarify. To make a potion for you, it's going to cost you 23 gold and 8 silver per potion. So it cost you 95 gold over the course of a day in materials to brew 4 potions of Cure Light Wounds.
No, I've
right.
never had haggis, but I would try it.
Okay?
Yeah,
The real culinary abomination is lutefisk.
Yeah. But that's just to clarify to you, Andrew, how your character can operate in that realm.
When we went to Chicago for the donation drive, we went to the Bavarian Lodge, and they have this huge menu, like 5 pages of this menu was beers. And they had, I really wanted to try it, honestly, because I don't know if I would have finished, I definitely wouldn't have finished it, but they have what's called Schweinkopf, which is translated is pig's head.
Oh,
And they go, there's a little note. There's only one of these notes, and it goes, this is a pig's head. It is exactly what we say it is. Most people, it goes, most people will not like this. It's a fucking pig's head on your plate, like. And I'm like, just once in my life, I should probably try this, like. But I didn't do it just because I kind of wanted to enjoy my meal. I didn't want to gross myself out, but like, I would have tried it. But
So-
I ended up getting the Wiener Schnitzel instead.
So are you going to do that for one of your days that you're in camp, Andrew?
Andrew.
I
think
grossed him out with my Schweinkopf
I-
story.
I think, or he might have stepped away to get his stuff. But yeah, that's the. But for over the course of one day, he can make 4 potions of Cure Light Wounds at less than it would cost to buy 2 potions of Cure Light Wounds.
Hello? Okay.
Yes.
There we go.
So,
Sorry, I was like talking, but it wouldn't go through. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I might as well just make some because I can hand them out, can't I?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so
You can't hand out. You can't hand out your infusions. We can't hand out your curative extracts until level 2.
No, yeah. I know the extracts and the mutagen, right? But
Right. But these potions you can hand out. These actually cost you money to make, but again, it's cheaper than buying them regularly.
yeah.
I would not try surstroming. I've had food poisoning already, so I don't think I want surstroming.
All right. So that's just something that would
Yeah,
just
so-
basically fly.
Alright.
So basically, they cost 25 gold each.
For you, they cost 23 gold, 23 gold and 8 silver per potion for you to make, because it's half the price. With an extra
There's
5%
gold
off.
and silver.
Yes, still there's 10 silver per gold. In your case, again, you have a 5% discount when crafting magic items like this because of your traits. So
Right.
you can make let's see here 24 you can make for 95 gold pretty much you can make 4 of them over the course of one day with 8 hours time.
Yeah, that's fine. So,
He has brew potion?
Yes, he automatically does because he's an alchemist.
Cool.
And he has an alchemist and a portable lab. So he has like set up on this table over the course of the day just making potions.
yeah.
so I think I can top you with the pig's head there, Spoony. In 2001, my family went to Israel. My dad mostly wanted to go for religious reasons, but whatever. We went to an Arabic souk, which is kind of a like an open air market, and they were literally cutting the flesh off of a cow's head, So you saw all the muscle, all the leather, like the leather off of it, and it looked literally like something out of Wicker Man.
Sure.
But somebody was probably going to buy it, and somebody was probably going to eat it. So, fucking A.
My
I
character
almost
much,
said Schweinkopf, right? I know. I'm not. I don't speak German.
Schweinkopf.
my character nudges Erwin and goes, "Hey, could you brew one of those up for me? When we ride at dawn to go and investigate this library, I want to be prepared for this."
Oh, Sir Stroming. I almost said Sir Stroming. Okay.
I tell him as I'm working on them, I'll say, like, sure, I'm making 4, so I'll hold one for you.
Thanks. I had a long journey, so I'm going to go ahead and rest up before we head out in the morning.
Yeah.
He then motions to everyone. All right, are we riding
He's
at dawn for this?
Sure thing.
Sure.
Excellent. I'm going to go rest.
Dawn, we ride.
I just watch him go to bed while I'm still working. I was like, he's no Rift, but he's pretty cool.
Well, let's see here. Okay. Well, I'm
sorry, Sketch. One more thing before we go on. Well, how much gold was that cost? I keep.
It'll cost you basically for every 2 potions that you make, it'll cost you. Let's just see here, because technically 20.
No, well, just tell me how much gold that I lost.
You lost a total of 95 gold.
Okay, 95. All right, that's all.
For 4 potions. Yeah. Okay. So.
God, Dickman, get on the ball.
So, but this will probably be what you spend a lot of your gold on early on.
Yeah. So, all right. So,
All right. Well,
now I just have 49 gold. So, I thank Gustav for his generous donation.
all right. Well,
Spoony half item cost when crafting. I'm pretty
I've
sure
already
they noticed that. Yeah.
yeah, I already counted for that. Actually, technically for Andrew, it is 50%, then 5% off when item crafting.
Yeah. I mean,
Because-
Stitch wouldn't miss that. One of the spells I actually had when I did my alchemist was Crafter's Fortune because
Yep.
I saw myself doing this a lot. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I forget
So,
what Crafter's Fortune does. It gives you like a +2 to craft, and then like
It's a
makes you work
plus 10
twice as fast or something. I don't know.
It's I believe it's a +10 competence bonus to your next craft check.
Oh yeah. So, but yeah,
So
I had that one as one of my spells. People were like, "Why did you do that?" I'm like, "Trust me, you're gonna have to be crafting potions a lot."
Yep. So, but here's what we. Anyways, I think Sean is still going back and forth with his ISP, but again, I don't particularly mind our group, even in our smaller size, going out and adventuring forth in some degree, just because
Okay, if you want to do it, we can do it.
I can do it. I'm fine with that.
So, comparatively, extracts. Is that in like battle or?
The extracts are from your formula book. You can make them within a span of 1 minute each, and only you can use them on yourself.
Right.
When you get to level 2, anything that is a cure-related extract, you can treat as an infusion and hand it off to your allies for them to use.
Right. Okay. So these are basically for myself. So I need to heal myself. So I'll have like the.
Well, let's assume the elderly clerk heals you.
Oh. Well,
He
okay.
does it.
All right.
So.
So I'm back to normal then.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, cleric.
That's the least I can do. Okay. Round 2. All right. So you gather together and venture forth. Okay, I will need a survival check from whoever's guiding. This could get rough because your guide is dead.
Let's see here. Actually, I
Who's in
believe.
charge?
Well, actually, let's see here. Stowfire actually has survival on hand, and Garrett also has knowledge nature on hand. So we have both those things we can use to our advantage. So, but Cold Guy,
Whoops.
Yes.
That survival text would be your.
Alrighty. Survival. 1d20 plus 4.
4 in your case. Yes. Survival's with us. Whee.
And it begins.
It begins.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yes.
I got the reference.
I'm glad someone did.
You got a 9? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. You eventually, you think you're going in generally the right direction,
Mm-hmm.
and you come across the Thorn River. If you go to the world map, you've reached the crossing, or you've reached. You don't think you've reached the exact same place, but you've reached the river. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Did anyone
And
mark where this temple was since our last session?
it was
I thought we did.
well. It was somewhere here-ish. It was just that we. I think roughly where Magnus's token is right now. It's probably where being for the time being. So. Yeah, survival checks will not be good for Garrett to make.
Alright. So we arrive at the river. I motion to Tekla and Erwin. Hey, you got a map? Where exactly do we need to head from here?
Mm-hmm.
We're going. Where are we going specifically? Are we going to go to the temple?
We can head for the temple. We can head for the temple, as I suspect you might remember where that location is, though I would
Yeah.
understand.
I don't know if I want to go back to that temple right now.
Guys, make perception checks.
Perception checks. Okay.
Okay, perception.
This one. 18.
12.
14.
11.
Okay, go to the grasslands map.
Oh, we have a random encounter. Awesome.
Let me draw this out. This will take a minute.
Okay.
Don't spoil it.
Batman.
Ah, nice. People got the Final Fantasy IV music cue.
Ah.
Yes.
That's not right. It drew a polygon.
It's a filled shape. It's a filled amorphous shape. Oh no. Let me see here.
I just want to do freehand shit.
Let me see what I could use Intimidate for in combat.
Where the fuck is this? I thought there was a freehand paintbrush, and there's not.
It's an inanimate carbon rod.
Oh no.
Oh,
No,
why
it can-
is this so hard? Come on.
Do you need help drawing, Spoony?
I do, but it automatically closes the polygon. You know, so it's like it automatically assumes I'm drawing a polygon. I just want to draw a straight line or a freehand line. See? Give me a second.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Yeah. Dazzling display will be a fun thing to pick up, but I won't be able to get until as early as level 5. Yeah, the only thing when it comes to drawing the lines out, it's just a matter of just making sure it's not a fill.
It
no
used to
fill
do, I guess, well, I could do no fill, but
Then we'll just draw lines.
will it?
Yes.
Draw straight lines. There's a tool on the top.
Oh,
that-
okay. Because otherwise it automatically filled the polygon.
Yeah, when you click drawing tools, there's like 5 other tools that show up. There's like draw freehand, draw straight, draw rectangle, draw oval,
Yeah.
and then a text.
Yeah.
Okay, naturally this is somewhat... Stop drawing lines.
Sorry. I'm just artist instinct.
If you build it, he will draw.
Look at my awesome river.
No vicious
S's.
mockery for Garrett, though. What? Yeah, oh, just for the chats, like my intimidate skill, actually.
We
So
hear
this
the
is
lights of a river.
So this is the river.
Well, no, that's why I put on perform comedy as vicious mockery.
Oh god, there's blood everywhere.
It's mud.
Of course.
Can't you tell what mud looks like?
Or fly poops.
Shut up. This is artistry, and you are just too stupid to recognize it.
Exactly.
I'm so sorry. I will not.
Shut the fuck up, Dickman!
Curse you, Dickman.
Anyway, I'm going to tell you what happens now.
Go
Mhm.
ahead.
As soon as I can find an icon for the thingy that happens.
Uh-oh. The thingy. Garrett with his smug face. He's gonna defeat enemies with his smug.
I can draw it for you, Spoony, if you like.
Shut up! Bend over and you can draw my ass.
Yeah, I have to find the right textures for that.
Okay, I got it. Okay, you're all discussing when suddenly out of the woods comes crashing 2 big, furry, snarling Tuscan boars that come crashing out of the woods, and they see you and they make a loud sound, and they just come charging right at you. Anyone who did not get a 10 is surprised. Otherwise, you can roll initiative.
All
Ooh,
right.
nice.
Okay.
The 1d20 for initiative. 14.
Okay, thank you. I can already tell this is going to go well for me again.
Yes, they're Tuscan. They're from Tuscany. No, they're boars. They got tusks.
Oh wait, my ability it's +2 for mine, so it's
Right.
16.
Oh, wait.
My bad.
No, well, it wouldn't do me any good anyway.
I actually think you should have a higher initiative than that normally because you actually have a bonus to your initiative.
Oh yeah, yeah. Isn't it +2? 1d20 +2?
Yeah, for Erwin, I believe he have an initiative button on hand that will take care of it for you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, no, I can't do it over again, right?
Well, you at least see what your
If you
bonus
just-
was. At least so
if-
you can see what your bonus
Yeah.
was.
So
Yeah,
4.
So you have 4
Need to reset the initiative.
initiative.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oreo, I'm busy.
He's busy killing off the party again.
And drawing mud.
Okay. Not everyone's added.
Nope.
Add
Yeah,
yourselves.
still have
Gustav is here. What the fuck?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hang on.
I'm trying to add myself.
yeah. It's not
Nope.
letting.
Hold on. Let me get rid of this. Oreo!
Is she biting you?
Oh, she's She's jumping up in my lap, and she wants me to pay attention to her. Why is Gustav still in the fucking...
His token is still south of the river on the map. I'll have to delete him out.
Oh.
Got to,
There you go. Lusu.
Orio's giving me a hug now.
Spock's still there.
That's illogical.
Okay.
Oh, Erwin, aren't you riding Carmela right now?
Yeah.
I-
We were on horseback on the way since we still had those extra horses at the stable back there.
That's right. I'm on horseback.
Yeah, but we're probably gonna jump off the horses and just make sure they don't,
Yeah.
Oreo, I have to DM now. Go play. There you go.
I say, go get them, Carmelo.
Initiative.
What's that, Oreo? Oreo, you want a TPK in the party? That's not really nice.
Okay, set your initiative again.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
So we just click initiative?
You would right click. Yeah, you can right click on your token, go underneath initiative, and set initiative. Yep, and you can set your initiative as 4.
Okay. Set initiative as 4.
Yep, you're set up, and Carmelo, we can just act like he's actually not in combat, so since no one's going to be ordering him around.
We hope. Unless this battle goes tits up again.
We got 2 creatures that are going to be a little tough, but I got some ideas offhand. So
Okay. So, okay, I got a sword. I want to go previous. Okay. Garrett, go.
oh, it is my turn indeed. Okay, well, I will have my. What I'll do is I have my buckler strapped onto my one arm, but I don't have any weapons drawn yet. I'm first going to try to identify these creatures with a nature check. Nature knowledge check is a standard action. And I don't.
Fairly easily, though. No, despite my terrible description of them, they are boars.
Okay. So
I'll
that
do
I
better
have,
next time.
They're not bored people.
that'll be done as my standard action, and then as my and then I forgot. Let's see here. That will be all that I do for now. But I tell everyone to I tell Tekla and everyone's like, all right, stay back here. Let's make sure these don't look to be too bad, but look, they need a little roughing up. And I sort of look at Stowfire and say, like, what do you think?
Am I up for initiative at this point?
That would be your turn next.
Yes. Okay. There we go. I was waiting for that. I then hop off my horse, draw my sword, and I move 30 feet. Okay.
Actually, it'd be 30 feet.
So I will park just outside, so that's 30, outside of the mud. That's so clearly illustrated. And just have my sword out ready to slice things up.
I believe you can charge as your next action, though, as an attack.
Oh. And charges how far?
Your speed, I believe.
Your double move. It's basically double move, so you can move up to 60. Or you're a barbarian, so it'd be like 80.
Yeah. So, might as well charge this guy. Give him a
Okay,
little
so
surprise.
make a dexterity check for me.
So, Dex, this is going to suck. 1d20 plus -1.
Yes.
Oh!
No! Oh, God damn it.
Okay, you leap down in the mud, scream a battle cry, and immediately start charging towards the boar. Unfortunately, your footing fails in the slick mud, and you fall straight on your face.
The spirit of Rear is not with us.
Ugh.
Well,
What's the blue circle mean around
Means
my
you're
icon?
prone.
he's
Okay.
prone. All right. Well, that was not what I was expecting.
I spout the mud. You all did not see that.
I saw it. Oh crap! I'm gonna die.
The first boar is going to pick randomly between these two, so we'll see. And it picks Tekla.
Oh no.
But right here, it's going to make a dexterity check.
Okay.
It makes it.
All right.
Oh. Okay, it's going to use its attack. Gore!
Come on. I'm gonna die again.
21.
Oh yeah, that'll hit me.
An 11 would hit. That's
And its gore attack does... Ooh.
well.
Wait, can it reach me if I'm on horseback?
5 points of damage, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm not dying yet. That's good to know.
And then the second one will charge... It may not even be able to reach you. Hang on.
No, I don't think it's going to reach.
Yeah, it can.
Oh, you bastard.
Yeah, it gets Thofire. Thofire?
Yep.
5 points of damage. I've rolled
Still.
minimum twice now.
Yay.
Right.
The dice have slightly mercy on us.
Okay.
All right.
Tekla.
Okay, I'm going to take a 5-step back, or away, put my hands to my face, and when I remove them, I will have a horrible visage and cause fear against this thing. So, it needs to do a will save, and if it saves, it's shaken. If it fails, it becomes frightened and must run away. Oh, man.
So it's frightened and must run away.
Well, it's... let me see here. Shaken for 1 round. Creatures with 6 or more HD... Blah, blah, blah.
It's the,
Oh, yeah.
is this your regular grave touch thing or no?
No, this is cause fear as per...
Yes. It is. No, it is frightened right now. So
Okay.
it is shaken if it succeeds, but it is frightened right now. So
Yeah.
So it must run away on its turn.
I
Just what
assume
happens if I fail?
If
If
it
you
fails,
fail.
it just takes a -1 penalty to attack me. But since it, or if it succeeds the check, I mean,
Okay,
No,
okay,
no,
no. Okay,
he crit
okay,
failed.
wait. Start over.
there's multiple
You
levels
cast
of...
the spell. I failed outright. What happens if I fail?
It is now frightened.
Okay.
yeah,
That's...
it's
There's various levels of fear. It goes shaken, frightened, and I think terrified. At frightened, I don't think it will attack me. But at terrified, it will actively seek to get away from me.
I'll look at frightened.
I think that's how it works.
yeah. Shaken is a penalty to attack, saving throws, and actually frightened does flee from the source it claims here.
Who's on first, Spoony?
All right.
Yeah,
Erwin.
Okay, these things are too close to throw a bomb at.
unless you throw your bomb here behind them.
Oh yeah. Oh, so I can hit something around them.
Yep, you can target that spot, and if you hit it
Ah.
with it has an AC of 5.
Okay.
But if you hit that AC of 5 with your ranged attack with the bomb, it will do minimum fire damage to both of these.
Okay. Well, that's good. So I will. How far can I throw it?
20 feet. So this is within
20
it is within your first range increment because that's 15 feet.
Okay. So if I move back like 5 feet, would I be able to still throw it over there? Or
Sure. Mm-hmm.
okay. Or is that there we go. So I will throw a bomb. to that area behind them. I click attack bomb.
Yep.
That's okay.
Yeah, you hit it. All right.
Yes.
So then hit the damage for bomb, and all we're worried about is the splash damage.
Okay.
So it will do 5 splash damage to these two boars unless they make a reflex save of 14. In which case it will do 2 damage.
Okay.
2.5 damage.
So 2 damage to both of them.
If they make the reflex save, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
One does, one does not.
Yep.
Okay, so this one takes 5,
Mm-hmm.
and this one takes none.
2. It takes half that
2,
damage.
okay.
Unless damage rounds up. So.
Give me a second. Okay. That's everything. Horsey?
Well, yeah, we can just skip Carmelo because. All right.
But the horse will do the most damage.
Let's see here. What will we do here? Oh, actually, this one here. Oh, yeah, this one still made a saving throw, even though it had an 8 because it had 18. The -2 penalty would still not affect it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to. I'm going to. Let's see here. I think what I'll do, just to make things kind of easy for the time being, is Tekla, you.
Yeah.
I'm going to use Cure Light Wounds on you right now.
Yay.
So you get 3 hit points back.
Okay.
And then as my move action, I'm going to draw out my... I'm going to get my Scorpion Whip out. Right. And that'll be it.
Okay.
Stand up and strike. They're already nearby you.
Alright. I go ahead and hitch myself up, draw my sword, and attack. That
Oh, it is a touch
guy.
spell. That's right. It is a touch spell. That's right. I can't do Cure Light Wounds unless I move over first to here and then apply it as a touch spell. So I can't get my whip out. So.
Standing
Alright.
does not draw attacks of opportunity.
Or you can heal me instead. And
I would have 1 hit point left.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
She
alright.
needs the healing more than you do.
Okay, fair enough.
You also are more resilient because you need to be taken down to negative 15 hit points. She needs
Yeah.
to be taken down to negative 10. So.
Yeah, don't be greedy.
Alright. Just say. And anywho, I can draw up my great sword that I already have out, and I'm gonna be going ahead and attacking this gentleman right here. So that is 1d20 plus 5.
Yeah, don't correct me unless you've actually looked it up, guys.
19.
You
Yes.
That is a crit as well.
hit. It could be
Well,
rolling.
No. It's a crit if your dice rolls a 19.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Wait.
Hmm?
Hang on. Chat room is right.
Yeah.
what?
What?
happened?
I am
You get
ashamed.
You get a tax opportunity while you're standing.
Stand up from prone results in attack of opportunity. It didn't used to.
Yeah, that's.
Okay, so why don't you... Do you still want to do it, or what?
So I still attack, but he can attack me back. Is that it?
He
If you
attacks you while
stand
you're
up.
standing up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not moving. So my move action is to stand up, and then I'm going to attack.
Okay, so I got to attack you first.
Uh-oh.
Your character has what 15 hit points though.
Yep.
So.
Okay, 1 miss, 1 hit.
Yep.
Ooh, you take 8 points of damage.
Still
Down to
standing.
2.
You're still standing though.
That is true.
Okay, now you're up, and you
still
hit. Roll again to
standing.
see if you crit.
Alright.
It wasn't a crit threat. He just rolled a 14.
Oh,
14 plus
okay.
5.
I got
I
you now.
apologize, chat room. You are correct.
All right. So you're doing a
Screw
great
you.
sword. So it's 2d6 plus 6 damage.
Yep. 13.
13 damage.
Yep.
Ouch. It's not dead.
All
Come on, really?
Really?
right.
So, am I still prone at this point, or?
You're up.
You're up. All right.
Okay. Creatures.
I believe this one's going to be actively trying to get away right now, at least from Tekla.
I've decided this isn't worth it. So this one is going to try to run away back where it came. If you want to attack this one, you can.
Opportunity attacks. Throw fire. Smack it.
Because it is running balls out away from this freaky chick.
All right. So for opportunity, that is just my regular roll.
You do it.
It's
Make
a
it
normal
happen.
yeah, it's a normal attack, yeah.
20 plus 5. Got it.
You hit.
Yep.
And 2d6 plus 6. 18.
Oh, hot damn. That hurts.
That's max damage right there.
Bam-balam.
I'm going to make a morale check for this other one because you hit it really hard. It decides it is losing. So it does run away, but it is still defeated. It's leaving, so it still counts as you winning. And like that, the fight is over.
All right. So it's like, well,
The party gets to share, let's see. That can't be right. That's a lot of XPs.
Sure, it's right.
well, I mean, again, they had almost 20 hit points each, so that's actually
Yeah,
decent
no,
hit
that's...
5,000 experience.
die.
Okay, you get to split 1,200 experience points.
Okay.
So, let's
Nice.
see there.
300 each, so that's, well, again, so, well, I'm like, I just sort of like look over.
Each or,
Mhm.
or wait.
Well, if
So-
there's 4 of us, then we get 300.
Yeah.
Right. I keep.
Yeah.
I'm not counting the horse.
So I sort of look over the two, and I'm like, okay, well, that was a bit out of nowhere, but at least in this area, we might as well, I think, make camp for the night.
I
Step below.
hit something.
Yes, you did.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point. In traveling all that ways, that was pretty much the entire night.
Yeah, and having a good night's sleep will help heal me, so...
Yeah. And sort of, if that's the case, then I'll use a Cure Light Wound spell on Thorfire as well. So since he's down to 2 hit points now, and you're up to 6. So you're way up.
Because you're moving on up.
So yeah, it's like, well, that was interesting. Fortunately, it wasn't anything more severe than a couple of boars, but
Can we eat the boars?
Yeah.
you could. We absolutely could. What would be a good way to prepare these?
Fricassee.
Does anybody have leather working?
No. Normally, a boar of this type would go well with a fine northern bred wine, but fortunately, we don't have anything like that nearby, so we'll have to make do with just a good fire.
Well, if we really wanted to, we could drag the carcasses back to Oleg, but
Yeah, well, I think we could.
that would be an...
I think it might be better just to start a fire and cook some up.
I agree.
Because that would be able to heal Tekla, wouldn't it? Or did you already?
Well, a single night's sleep would give me a hit point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
to
right.
give her hit point back, and in terms of other healing,
Or Thorfire.
you have 4 potions of Cure Light Wounds. So
Yeah.
We're okay for now.
yes,
I really need to get to 2nd level so I can cross-class in Bard and get some armor, because I have 11 for armor class.
yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. When do I go to to the next level? Is it?
Well, we'll all go to second level at 2,000 experience points. So.
Okay, no, I was just wanted to make sure because I didn't know if I read that wrong.
Okay, so you're camping.
Mhm.
All right. Well, you build a fire, and you have yourself some, fresh cut pork. It's very refreshing, if a bit gamey. It's actually very gamey, but whatever.
Yes.
But the rest of the night passes uneventfully, aside from Thofir stitching up the huge gaping gore wounds in his chest and stomach.
He's like, he'll be fine.
Just another story to tell, buddy. And I pat him on the back.
Cleaning the mud off his armor.
I'll have to think of a limerick to recant to them what happened there. But I need to find words that rhyme with mud, slip, and falling upon his ass.
Before I forget, I also want to go to a new page and start kind of sketching the internal organs of the boar, its physiology, that sort of thing.
Oh, yes.
It's going to be an ongoing thing with me. So I can write books about knowledge nature.
Yes, the books of the dead. Nature
Or
things.
basic physiology.
Sure.
I poke the organs as you
Oh.
drill them.
You know.
That's the gas bladder.
Well, let's see here. And Garrett's more or less just taking some notes on things, and otherwise, like, well, that all went by a little bit better than I could have hoped, but that mod is certainly tricky to deal with.
Sticky wicked what?
Yes, quite.
Okay, you want to try crossing the river?
I suppose so. Yes.
Okay.
Have it.
Same as before. Make a very simple ride check.
Okay. Or it's
Right.
15.
Okay.
Garrett goes by without too much trouble.
Okay.
Wait, ride check is just D20.
D20 plus dexterity modifiers. So in your case,
have
Erwin.
+2,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And actually, yeah, your case is a +2.
Yeah.
And right,
I
right.
was just looking at my sheet.
You hit 5.
Oh
You
boy.
made it.
This is the
Oh,
second
okay.
time in a row I think you made 5 on this roll here.
Alright. I'm back. Sorry about that.
Right check for you is it's the next day. Actually, so how much health are you, the two of you at? Thofire, you were at 6, and so 7 by morning.
I am
Once.
I am at 2.
No, I healed you for 4, so you're at 6, and then you
Alright.
slept for a night, so you're up to 7. All right, so I might end up.
Don't burn a spell on me. I mean,
Okay, I would suggest that you drink a potion to cure light wounds, though, Thofire. We have 4 of them, so.
Alright, so that's 1d...
1d8 plus 1 hit points recovered.
Alright. D8 plus 1.
You're at full health.
Huzzah!
15, like you're at 15 health. So I'll look over the text. I was like, well, I think we'll let Thofire there kind of take the lead, and the rest of us will stay behind for moral support or insults. But make a ride check now.
For whom?
You.
For we're crossing the river.
Okay, so 1d20
You might-
minus 1.
Yep.
ride in the
You did it.
18!
You all made it. Good job.
Hooray!
We're adequate.
All right. Well, all right. Let me see here. I actually have knowledge geography in my arsenal as well. So let's see here.
Totally conquered that river.
Since I stepped out, how much experience was that last one?
300.
Again?
300.
300 for all of us?
Each
Mhm.
of us.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. So, like we crossed past the river. It's like, all right, well, now if we were to go back to that temple that you mentioned about, is it just basically in this direction? I sort of ask Erwin and Tekla.
Yeah, we follow the river.
Ah.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think we can do that. Let me see if I can check the map that we have here.
It's this way.
See here. All right. Well, given where we are currently, I think it shouldn't be too hard to follow as long as the map is accurate enough.
Okay.
So, I guess I'll try to relay kind of where they saying it generally, the temple generally was to what the map was saying, and we start making our way back towards that direction.
Okay.
Better not be any more zombies.
If there are, we have ways of dealing with them. I sort of look at the fire. It's like, you have to remember, zombies are a bit crude, a bit slow and shambling, but you cut them with a strong knife and they usually stop moving. Though some talk of shooting them in the head, that's completely unfounded information.
And absurd.
Yeah,
I
no.
Tried
hate
shooting
zombies.
them. It didn't work.
I hate zombies. They're coarse, rough, and they get everywhere.
Get everywhere. Andrew, I'm gonna hit us both. Ow.
All right.
All right. Okay. Go back to the temple map. It's several hours before you once again return to the strange abandoned temple that... Get that out of here.
What the hell was that doing there? We find the corpse of Pinkie Pie.
It ruined my atmosphere. I'm sorry. It's several hours before you once again return to the ruined and corrupted temple that you left previously. A stench of death and rotting flesh still permeates the air as the bodies of the undead creatures you slain some days ago are still laying there.
I see you made quick work of these things, but all right.
The stagnant pool in the center of the courtyard is still a sickly algae green, stained with some strange inky mixtures that look like dried blood, or not dried blood, but old blood.
Well, all right. Well, I think here's what we need to do. I think we need to stay together. Philfire, you.
Yes.
Hold
Staying on the horse. I'm not leaving this horse.
Well, you gotta be careful.
If things go awry, I'm leaving.
Fair enough. I would say I'm gonna get off the horse. And I'm gonna have my my scorpion whip drawn. For the time being, I'm like, so I think we should stay grouped together, but I would like for you to kind of stay a little bit ahead of us. Not too far ahead, but just a little bit.
Fair enough. I take my horse and, if I can, tie it to one of the various stone pillars
Oh, yeah, well,
so it doesn't run away.
Okay.
Okay, where are we starting up for this?
Just where you're at.
yeah.
All right,
Yep.
so you want me to be slightly ahead, so...
Now is it bright enough for us just to see around normally?
Yes, it's just about early after. It's actually just around noontime.
All
Okay.
right.
Well, this is like, again, this is at least it's daytime.
Alright, so... Alright, everybody. Avoid the pond. Water's usually a bad sign. And we...
Yes. Well, let's move in that formation. Erwin, Tekla,
What do you want,
What's that?
Oreo?
like let's not stray too far apart. Erwin, we need you further up here.
Yep, all right. Thank you.
Scared.
I am pushed ahead because my knees are shaking.
Erwin, come on.
I remember-
You know, being around the stench of the undead when we're past fallen comrades have landed, reminds me of a funny story.
less talk and more moving.
Yes. All right.
I like stories. Continue talking.
as we go along, I'm going to see if I can understand anything just about the nature of this temple from upon looking on it.
Okay, make a perception check, actually.
Okay. Perception.
Leader, throw fear.
Okay.
Roll 1d20, no bonus.
Okay. Never mind.
All right. This is well, yeah, I'm just looking around casually, kind of taking in the symbology and otherwise of this place and seeing what I can gather about it. My religion check was a 22, if that means anything.
Okay. Garrett's about to launch into some dry historical lesson about temples of Erastil, and he says, "A funny thing about this, then you feel the ground suddenly tremor slightly beneath your feet, causing ripples to spread through the green water. You don't know if it's just you, but it seems like it's either gotten darker around here or maybe a cloud's passed over the sun.
All right.
But what is not mistaken is you hear a strange voice, almost as if there was a dark voice being carried on the wind. And, hang on.
And you could swear it says something like this.
Okay.
Leave.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'll see me going now.
I hold on to Erwin's shoulders, like, wait, one minute. I sort of say, "Who are you?"
Anybody else's pants feel a little heavy?
Leave.
Look, we will leave your temple in peace, surely. I'm merely asking for a name here.
There's nothing that answers you.
Well, all right. Sort of glance around. It's like, certainly, there is a very powerful force here.
Well, the library's in there, and that's going to give me closer, if anything. So let's keep on moving forward.
Well, okay. Let's just throw fire. Let's not get. I said, let's not get too far ahead of any of us.
I think
we're paranoid from the previous battle. Everybody's just, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Taylor and Erwin are just kind of like, they've been here before, and they're just like hugging each other like Scooby-Doo characters.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah,
I don't like this place, Tekla.
It's like spooky here.
all right, come on, gang. Looks like we got a mystery here to solve.
Thoroughfire
Who the hell-
looks.
Yeah. That
I look
voice.
behind. It's like, would you just shut up and just keep going?
Thoroughfire, look again. There you have a reason to be frightened. That voice is
They hurt a lot.
normally. Well, it's like normally abandoned temples don't come with their own built-in ominous voices. So this is definitely a deluxe model of sorts.
Hey, Spoony, can I do a spellcraft check to see if maybe that was a magic mouth spell?
Sure.
Okay.
Spellcraft.
So it literally might be a man behind a curtain doing this.
Yes. Or it might not be. In which case...
Bam-balam!
You are convinced it is not.
Okay. It is not a magic, a cheap trick.
I really make it a point that we probably shouldn't be going any deeper in here. There were bandits we had to look for.
Well...
I'll follow you guys.
All right. Well, unfortunately, I believe Thoroughfire over there, it seems dead set on at least acquiring some books from this
We're
place.
going to the library.
Okay.
Look, like...
Lead the way, I will follow, but if things get bad, I'm gonna leave.
I will point. I'll say Thoroughfire. Now you pay attention to me. I don't care how important that information may seem to you, and this is talking from a man of books and knowledge. Your life is not worth throwing away over a couple of dusty old books in a place where
Excuse me. I don't know who the fuck I am.
Your life is not worth throwing away. For
I
a
don't
couple
even
of
know
dusty
what
old
my
books.
life is at this point.
I
We're
understand.
going to find it.
Okay, just calm down.
Yeah, this is quite of a odd character moment. I noticed.
I'm saying, like, I'm just saying, the answers you may be seeking for may not be here whatsoever. That's why it's not worth throwing your life away for a chance at the risk of your life and everyone else's lives around you.
None may enter. None may enter.
Mm.
I'm going to do a perception check just to see if there's any traps on the staircase here.
Okay.
Look, I keep pleading to Thurfire. It's like, look, we've only met for like a little while, but we've already lost 2 party members, and I'm not about to lose another one just because we don't know fully what's in here yet.
Well, we're not going to find out by just looking at it, I guess, as much as I am loath to enter.
Like, well, listen, I think the fact of the matter is this. We were told that there was something possessing this realm, most likely.
I think I might have disconnected there. 1 minute. Continue. Ignore me!
Okay. Everyone roll initiative.
Okay. All right. Well,
There we go.
So 1d20 plus 2.
all right.
And
Okay.
8.
Okay. And Tekla initiative. Sure.
Shazam! Okay, there we go.
Okay. As soon as Thofir sets foot on the stairs or even near the stairs to investigate it, there's a strange, sickly green light that manifests from further inside the temple. It swirls around the top of the temple steps, causing almost like a tornado. It picks up dust, debris, and a pile of bones that are scattered along the top of the stairs and lifts them up in the air. And in a shining burst of necromantic magic, the bones and scraps of rotten flesh manifest and coalesce into some towering shape that looks like it was once a grizzly bear, with eyes that glow with an unholy light. Wherever you can see inside the bones and flesh, you can see the same necromantic magic glowing from within. It looks down on you and snarls with an insane fervor, as if it wishes to destroy anyone trespassing on its territory.
And that is what I was talking about.
Well,
So, Spoony, would this be considered a humanoid
No.
undead thing? Oh, bollocks.
It is
Okay.
undead, but it is
not
Not
a humanoid.
not
undead.
humanoid.
Okay.
Yeah. But we got some things in our arsenal.
All right.
All right. All right.
And it's
All right. That is certainly a thing.
Well, it doesn't speak Dwarven.
No, it doesn't. I don't think it speaks Tanuki or something even. But who'd speak Tanuki in this group?
All right.
All right. Well, let's get ourselves an initiative list then.
Yep.
yeah, add yourselves. I can't do it. Oreo, I'm trying to work here.
I'm sorry. So what do I do?
We're just waiting for it to be added into the
No,
initiative.
you can't do
Yeah.
yourself?
No, we can't add ourselves to initiative. We can set our initiative, but we can't add ourselves to the initiative
Sorry, I
list.
thought you could.
That's okay. Set initiative to 8.
Okay. I forgot to set mine. Thought I did that. That's everybody. Okay, so I'll sort it up and we'll go. Hang on, how do I reset the round? There we go.
Aaron, your initiative is actually 18. So
Yeah. So
So let me set. You'll set your initiative to 18 then,
I'll resort it.
and then the bear's initiative is 7, 10. All right.
Okay, Erwin.
Erwin, it's your turn first.
okay.
I'd say drink the mutagen.
Yes.
The dexterity
I
mutagen.
basically take out the dexterity mutagen that I had prepared, and I quickly drink it as I see the monster.